right. This theme, what can we do about this melody line? So this time we have even more, we have like a bigger variety of answers. Last time, most of you guys give me like the chords, right? And I find that cool because from the chords, there's already a lot of variation. But this time, we have something more than just the chords. And that's very, very interesting. I really like the variety. Anything I play next time, I'm gonna flow with my keyboard. Okay, that's nice. Jojo the Bear, finally caught your stream. Oh, hello, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Please start with Seffi's. He didn't give me anything. I mean, you mean his minor second one? It actually sounds very nice. So this is Seffi's. He didn't even submit anything. He just only text. He said he want everything minor second down. It definitely works, yeah, because this is very, very common kind of technique, you know, when you lose a level. I also do that a lot. But I think this is very cool. This is also a good, because there's no correct answer for how do you harmonize things, right? So since we're talking about harmonization here today, let's talk about all kind of possibility. And I think this is also a very good technique, especially when you're trying to compose, you know, for serialist kind of music. You know, for those who like to see music as some kind of a series of numbers, this is very nice. And let's hear it again. I think your previous life, you are definitely a reptile. Because this feels like the skin. Hola, Carla, you're here. Nice. Yes, you're a T-Rex. So nice. Okay, thank you for your input. Now I know who you are. Play any song, I'll play it. I just finished the song Moody's Mood for Love. But from now on, unfortunately, we're going to do some harmonization thing. Cool de monde or cool de monde or cool demon D. Which one are you? So you can play. I'm going to keep playing this melody line over and over again, but with different kind of harmonization submitted by different people from the chat. So you can follow me doing that. Seffi was a Schoenberg, definitely. I think later we will meet another Schoenberg. So yeah, Seffi is not the only Schoenberg. How do you call it? What is the opposite of past life for those who believe past life? Anyway, so there's another Schoenberg in our submissions. Nice, cool. The tiny arms of T-Rex couldn't reach the full chord. Hey, hello, how are you? Miller I never remember. I think I just called you Miller, right? Last time. Mailer. Is your birthday really? Okay, for Mailer, let's sing a quick happy birthday song. So let's all go for happy birthday. It should be one of our harmonization session one day for the happy birthday, you know? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mailer. Happy birthday! Yay! I hope you have a good one. Are you planning to celebrate that? Like celebrate with families? Or I guess you cannot have big party now. You're welcome. I hope you have a good one. I just saw a very funny meme on like my friends share on Instagram about like singing happy birthday in the office. Anyone saw that? That's harmonization. It's like and they transcribe that on the on the music sheet. I find it very, very funny. It's very avant-garde whenever you're singing in the office with everyone. It sounds bad, but it's so fun to sing. I actually really enjoy everyone singing in their own key. Today, okay, back to our real business. Carla, you're here. That's perfect because I think I will start with yours. All right. All right. So let's see what, for those who want to think for right now, like you can also, I don't have time to put your answer here anymore, but you can try to write your own answer for your free time, just for your leisurement and self-improvement. But yeah, no, it's not that. I start with the one that everyone can follow first, so we get the structure and we get the key. So I like to start with something more standard. All right, so this is the answer from Carla. So let's hear it. Sorry. Once more. We're doing music harmony, right? Yes, we are. So as you see this previous picture, this is what I give everyone in my Discord server. So welcome to join us on Discord because I like to do this from time to time. And then I just give this and then you feel the rest. So yeah. And the first one from Carla. We can see that Carla have defined this melody as a key of F, which is very, very accurate. You turned 15 today. Oh, you're young. You're celebrating with your mom and dad and watching me. Oh, that's so sweet. We're quite educational today, though. I hope that works for a birthday celebration. Hello, coffeeapple, you're here. Nice. So we just started. As we can see, in the key of F. So for those, because I know some of you are really frustrating and like not so sure how to start whatsoever a harmonization for those who have never even understand much about music theory. Hey, thank you, Pacha, for gifting the sub. That's so sweet. Hello, Pacha, how are you doing? Since you play keyboard or piano, I'm going to join Discord. Yes, welcome. Nice. I got the emotes too. Yay! Alrighty. So, how do we, first thing, usually, if you want to write something, the easy start is to define what melody is this and, what key are we in? And judging by all these notes that you have here, so what we have is all these notes, right? And from all these notes that they use, you can kind of understand that there's two possibilities what these might be in. If we're talking about a major key, then we are either in F or C. It's either in F or C. Because in C, we also have these notes, right? So from these two keys, if you still don't know, then how do I check which key I am? The easiest way is to trust your ear and play on keyboards or on virtual pianos on any web, then you play the F. F triad is very good already. And if you think this makes sense, since this melody line is really all in this safe zone, if you think it makes sense, then probably this is the key. She's my daughter and she asked me to sub. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Nice. Welcome you all. And I hope you have a good celebration today. All right. And for another possibility for C, if we play a very simple C major triad, and then we play the melody again. And then you think probably it doesn't fit, or it has the tendency of going somewhere. To me, this has a very strong tendency that lead you to here. So to me, from what I hear is that this is not very settled. So then this will go somewhere, which is F, because this is the C dominant that goes to F. So even though it fits also inside the C major key scale, major scale, but actually it's not C, it's just a C that is a dominant in the key of F. You already introduced yourself in Discord. Nice, welcome all. It's like when Isabel is trying to decide in a cinematic way. Yes. Well, actually, for me, the fun thing is like a lot of those who have learned a bit of music probably at the beginning will feel a bit like, oh, we have to understand so many, things on the paper and learn it in the academic way. But actually, eventually, you're all trusting your ear. So you just have to make the sound, and then your ear will actually tell you what is the answer. The same with the rhythm, the same with harmony. Your body reacts naturally to the things. So anyway, now we agree that this is kind of in F. So if we're in F, what did Carla do? What if your ear isn't good? That is especially the time you need to trust your body. Because sometimes, the same as before we're listening to different kind of meters, and then you have to sway to it, Some people have very, very accurate ear, then they can have all these formulas and subdivision divided up, and then they conclude that, okay, we're now in meter of 7. But you can also just trust your body reaction to it, and then you will understand what is the loop. You start to define what is a regular repetition. So yeah, actually, really trust your ear. Your ear will tell you the answer. There's no bad ear. I mean, except my English, except that if you cannot hear, then that's a bigger problem. Hey Khangaroo, how are you doing? We don't have your input this time. Such a shame. The first note out of descending F major triad. Yes, exactly. So that's also another way to see what key is this, because the melody already give you a da-da-do. For those who study music in a relative pitch, in comparison with the how do you call it? Absolute pitch is like you hear this and then this is a B flat. But some people learn it more the relative pitch, then they will hear this not necessarily a C, A, F, but also just a 5-3-1. So mi do. So you can also see from the first melody. So what Carl did is like this is all very, very nice because we start with the 1 of the F. And this is the 6. And then a C. She started all with triad. No, actually, she have sometimes triad and sometimes a seventh chord, which is D minor 7. To me, I like to be coherent. So if I like to have, if you're writing triad, then everything in triad. If you have in seventh chord, then you have everything in 4 voices. And the reason is that it's easier to understand if you're having a choir and then you hire 3 people to sing, then you know these 3 people can only manage to produce 3 different kind of line. And if you have 4 people, then yes, of course, sometimes 4 people, 2 of them can share one same melody from time to time. But it's just cooler if you have 4 different people, then 4 people can sing all 7th chord or 4 voices chords. So he has the 1, 6, and then 5. What do I mean? Sorry, we started a bit more with the definition. So when I say things in number, means that I am putting the chords in order. If you lay your major scale out, this is F major scale. The first 1, 3, 5 makes the first chord. So this is 1. I will call this 1. And then we go up. And then it's 2. Sorry. This is 1. And then we just put our finger like this. And then we move parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is 1. So this is when I call it in numbers, then it means this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In triad, it sounds like this. If we're in 7th chord, then we need 4 finger. 1, 3, 5, 7. That makes the first chord. So let's start from the beginning. 1, this is in 7th chord, means 4 voices. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. Yes. Hello, Joao. Do I do this every week? No. Do you mean that in every chorus you will be playing 4 notes, not 3? I mean that if you have once in a while 4 notes, then you can start to think, do you want every chord to be a 4 voices chord? 4 voices chord doesn't have to be a 7th note. A 7th chord means that you have a 7, but sometimes, for example, C6, that's also a 4 voices chord. Yeah. I should have fonserbc taking notes and the board next to you. Oh, you know how much I want to upgrade my space, I hope I have a deep enough room that I can put the camera right in front of me. This is the first thing. And then second of all, in my future streaming room, I really want a green screen so I can be in all kind of backgrounds. And then I want all kind of things. I need to upgrade my stream. And back to Joao. So I try to do this once a month, but last month I totally forgot. I was too busy. So now we're doing it again. This is only our 2nd time doing this harmonization, but I find that very fun, and I like the inputs from you guys. So I would do this regularly. Unfortunately, not every week. That's probably too hardcore for everyone. So yeah, please participate next time and join us in Discord. That's where I announce the melody line for you to try on. Yeah. Counting, I can do counting. Actually, jazz is a lot about counting at the beginning. Hey, Duke, how are you doing, Duke? Can I submit yours? You can, but I might not have time for now. I mean, yeah, you can try to do that. And if I finish every submission so far, which is 8, nice, 8 of you guys, then I can. If I still have some energy,
this
then
is
I
to
can.
high for me, but I'm glad you people are having fun. Carrot.
Yay! Thank you, Creso! Thank you so much for cheering those bits. Thank you! Yay! Oh, that's so sweet. Nice. I kind of lost the chat. Please sing for us. Today I'm not doing singing so much, unfortunately. But hi there, Vic Ferro and String Player Gamer. You love this kind of string. Yay! And Khangaroo, I wish I checked the music questions section earlier so I could have submitted, but it's interesting to see everyone else harmonization. Yes. Well, still, I encourage you all to give it a try, and later we might be able to put more here, you know? So it's not so complicated to put the files here. So yeah, if you want to do it in the meanwhile right now, do that. And then I will go check it in the last, after everyone's here first. Try to play this key on your keyboard at the same time. G, B flat, E flat. Kind of harmony for me. So actually this is a E flat. Try it with a 9, but with G on the bass. I like that too. I forgot it right now. Yeah. So back to Carla's submission. We have the 1. Since everyone remember what I talk about numbers, right? So number means what is the how do you call that? What is the grade of that chord in this key? So we have the 1, 6, and then a 5. So for Carla's suggestion, if you already have a D minor 7, then this is a 4 voices chord. And what I mean with coherent is that then since you have a C, and this is actually a C dominant to go to F, then you can, you know, add a 7. Then it makes sense. And then it's kind of parallel, which is fine. And then let's go on. So I see that you're trying to do something descending all the time from the bass. The same, I think, since you have E minor 7 and D7, these are both 4 voices chords. Then you can do 4 voices from the beginning. So F, you can have an F6 or an F major 7. Let's do for 6. Yeah, like this. So F6, E minor 7, D minor 7, and then C7. I don't know what F6. F6 means a F triad, and add a 6. And the reason I picked 6 over 7 is because we have this F here, and then if you put a major 7, then some people doesn't like this. And if you're arranging a bigger band, this minor second can cause a little bit of trouble. But it's not a big problem. But it's just sounding more gentle if you do 6. I know. And the last one, it can be C7. To me, this E minor 7 is a bit more surprising. Because it makes me feel that it's going somewhere else. It makes me feel that it's going to another turnaround, you know? And the reason of me feeling that is because this E minor 7 is not in one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if we're with the bass of E, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 7th one, we have a B flat, because in the F key, we have a B flat. So this one will be more something safe and, you know, comfortable in the key of F. But you have this suddenly E minor 7. then make me expect a lot more afterward. I'm like, huh, what do you have for me later on, you know? Hey, thank you for following. Welcome, Nico Gones 123. Welcome to our music theory time. You have a lot of trouble with third bar. All right. But it's also cool because I know that you want to try to do this descending thing. Right? And since you have a E minor 7 and we're going to C dominant as a goal, then you can do some small technique. In jazz, we call it a 2-5-1. You can go from this 2-5-2-5-1. Then it goes down. It's a bit detour. It's actually very detour, but it works. So if we want to keep this E minor, if this E minor is a must keep, then we keep it. So we keep it because it doesn't conflict with the melody anyway. Then we go to E. If E minor is the 2, what is the 5? If this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, then the 5 is A7. This also works. It doesn't conflict. If we have an A7, then it's actually kind of cool because then we have a flat 13. But then you have to kind of squeeze all your chords. So it will be something like that. So if it's a very jazzy 2-5 all the way kind of thing, and we want to keep this E minor 7, then I would do this. So then you can do the same thing in the first part. Then it can be like this. It's also pretty standard. You like that? That's cool. It's cool for a later variation if this were a longer piece. Yes. Then in the first part, the 2-5-2-5, which chord would you use? So in the first part, so if we want to find something basic, if we're now have a very happy F triad, the easiest way in the most common pop music, classical music, is to play with fourth. Fourth, what is the fourth of F? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's the B flat. Da, da, ba. And then if you want to turn around, then you need a dominant, which is C. Dominant is a 5. Then it's a 5. So, dum, bum, bum. Then if we only play with this 3 possibility, da, 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 then you can play with that. Da, 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 ba, da, ba, da. Then we only have 3 chords, which is 1 and 4 and 5. Yay! Thank you, Robin Lowe, for continuing with the sub. So this is one thing. You do this classical vibe, which is 1, 4, 5. And you can change the bass, so you don't have to go to B flat and then C. You can also do F and then B flat on F. Keep the bass. The fourth is only to supporting you, so you can have that sometimes. You can also decide not to have it. It's very free. Take what you want. Another thing is, if you want to go for more kind of Broadway jazz kind of common chords progression, then there's something called 1-6-2-5. That's also very common. This is the 1-6-2-5. This is also very common. works perfectly for a lot of melody line that stays safely in the same key. Are you going to write these feedbacks later on Discord? I can. Okay, I will do a little bit of the feedback. But first, let me drink some water since we have the hydrate routine. So yes, answering Carla's question, for the first 2 bars, you already have the 1 and 6, and then 5. So if you want to do it in this style, then you can just add a 2. 1, 6, 2, 5. And the 2 in this case is G minor. Or if you want a 4 parts harmony, then it's G minor 7. Or you want to go from the 3rd bar your way. Yeah, then that's very, 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 very common progression all the way, and it's really helpful and very handy once you have a starting. We have a start, which is F, right? And then we have the end, which is C or C7. Then from F to C, you can go all kind of detour, or you can just go a straight line, going directly to C. That also works, right? Or in jazz, we love detour, so that's why we put all these 2, 5 and guide you to nowhere, and then it eventually telling you like, voila, we're here. So this is the very common detour, and then there's of course much more complicated ones that we can go dig into it more with other people's submissions. So yeah, rhythm changes, exactly. We got the right word now. Jazz loves detour, rock loves to tour. That's cool. Hey Keith Aaron, how are you doing? Yeah, okay, so what do we see from this answer? What can we tell about this person, Carla, from this answer? This is like a kind of group therapy or something. I think, from what I see here, I think you're a pure and positive person. And you're very easygoing. And you never hide what are you thinking. And you have good ideas sometimes. Nice. All right, let's go to our next guest. What do I have? Cling, 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 cling. Which one is this one? It's from Amelia. But Amelia is not here, right? Musical horoscope. Yes, that's what we're doing today. You thought it's a music theory lesson? No. It's musical horoscope. Oh no, 45 minutes passed. I mean, only at the beginning because I need to define something so you understand what I'm talking about. So I have defined the major chord, the major scale, and the number. So later we'll go a bit faster, okay? A lot of submission this time. Okay, Amelia is not here, so let's skip it. And in case she appear later, we come back to this. All right? All right, the third one. Josmomo. All right. Sorry. Oh no, you're playing on the beats. And then like this part especially. It's nice. And this, you're very, very thoughtful for all the bass, where the bass is going. So that's very, very cool. The first bar, you can see that it's also very, very standard. Very close to what I said earlier about the 1-6-2-5 kind of thing, you know. This is a bit out of context, but it's still inside the, you know, it's still inside the F key. 1, 2, 3 is the 3 of it. So 1, 6, 3, and then back to 6, and then. I like this part. This part is very classical. So why is that so? What are you thinking? I see that you want to do a 2. But it's very smart to put a bass of B flat, because then the bass is not just the melody. Usually that's a bit boring. We want to avoid as much as we can to have the melody line hitting the bass at the same time. And then we have this A7, which makes me really want to go forward to a D. But you didn't go to a D. I mean, you did, actually. You go to a D minor 7, but you write it in F on D, which is actually D minor 7. So that means we have a D minor 7 and G7 and C. And what was that? That was the 2-5-1 we said earlier. So this is very standard answer, but with some very considerate bass line. Especially the last part, you have some nice detail there. So and from what you write is actually also just the variation of the 2-5. So it's also G minor 7 and C7, but with the D and E. And you say you write it on the fingers of accordion, right? That's just how you usually hide a bass line in a standard arrangement for accordion. Aha! So nice. We can tell people writing from different instrument, then you have different kind of harmonization. The same with guitar. On guitar, there's also some very, very common progression with some very common extension, just because it's actually the fingers for how you play the instrument. So that really defines a lot how you see the harmony if you're using different instrument. And it's very nice. I'm so glad that we have an accordion harmony here. So I have some variation. For me, I'm always doing mostly on piano. This is more my comfortable instrument. So yeah. So it's cool to see different perspective. But the same with, I don't know how this works on accordion, but I will also say the same thing what I told Carla earlier, which is when you have because like in the first bar you have D7, but you also have D minor, and to me that is a bit confusing, because if I'm taking your harmony to do a choir arrangement or a saxophone ensemble, then to me I would have a little bit more time to think like, what should I do with this change of 3 voice and 4 voice. Also because because here is very easy, like here. So for example, if I'm picking one voice line to sing, then I might do this. Duh. So then I will sing like I'm picking one of the whole choir. I'm picking one voice. But then to me, this voice can be much more tighter if I'm sharing with 4 different people. So, and you also have a mixture of 3 voice and 4 voice. And that means that there's a lot of space for potentials, what other notes you can put. Yeah, but that's very, very cool. Nice. All right, horoscope time. What can we tell from this chord progression? Oh no. He plays the accordion. Yes. I think you're a very organized person, you know? Because you always come back to where you start. You're someone who always think and look back to what you want and what you want in your life, and you always want to make sure you're in the right track. Yeah. Very organized person. And if you're thinking about buying some electronic device, maybe you should go for that this month. Sorry, take that back. That's too much. All right. Already did. Oh, wow. You see? Musical horoscope is actually the most accurate predictions. What do you have for next? Oh, it's from Phil. Nice. All right. How is this person feel? Okay. Let me read a bit. Oh, sorry. Okay, once more. Sorry. And then so this from the third bar. Coolio. No problem. Don't no. I know everyone's very nervous when I call your name. Hey Milord, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Everything's good, Milord? I like making things ambiguous. You're already self-analysis. You like to make things ambiguous. But you're also a very warm person. Look at this. I really like this. considerate person, and you think about consequences. Well, not this part. Nice. I like this. Very, very nice. There are some very, very good moments. Hey, Javi. Hello there. Dropping some love from Spain. Doing great. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. All right. This is very cool. I think so. If you don't see all those extensions, then you can see what we have, right? So we have the 1 and then the 4. And we can actually come back to 1 and then have the 6. So the first 2 bars are actually very standard, but with this complicated extension that gives a little bit more color and a different of bass. So I suggest it's actually nice. I like the 6/9, but I also will actually, if you might also like on the B flat 6/9 to have F staying on the bass. So then you still have the 6/9, 6/9, but your F stays. I think that's nice. That's very smooth. Here's all nice. So like da 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 from the bass. If you see the bass, like this. And then here is the interesting thing I like really much. I like this. Very unexpected, but very warm, you know? That's why I said you're a very warm person. It's like you're doing something more than you need to, but very considerate way. And also you have actually very good amounts of voices you have all the time. So I like that. But here, so on for landing from A minor with B flat on bass to B flat major 7, I would also put, instead of B flat major 7, I would put B flat 6/9 actually. Because then, for me, I will play this. This is A minor on B flat. But then you can do this note can come down, and then this is a 6, and then we keep the C from the A minor, because then we have the 6 and 9, so we don't just have minor 7, because if it's only minor, if it's only B flat major 7, then it's only like this. Da, da. But then you can actually have, because then you continue with your first chord. Here, facing a big dilemma, because you are using this very pretty F sharp 7 to go with this note. But then this next note, this really conflicts, because you have a flat 7 and then you have a major 7 at the same time. It makes things a bit difficult. So I would say maybe you need another chord for the 4th beat of the 3rd bar. You can just go down, because F sharp 7 goes very smoothly to F7. Or just keep there. Keep in F7. That's also fine. So let's see. This is if you go to C7. Which one do you like more? I like to only go to C7. So, and then this is also very fresh because then you didn't end with a C7. You actually end with a F7. And then that's very cool because then the bass is not just the melody line. Because before we have the very standard one, right? Bass and melody is the same. But then here you have like that. How do you think about that? So if you like any of these new adjustment, it will sound like this. Like this. Yeah, nice. It's very fresh, but also very, very warm. What animal is that? Chat, what do you think this sounds like? What is the previous life of Phil? Otter! Otters are so cute. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's go on. Who else is here? I like otter. Okay, now we have a different kind of submission. This is from Eugenia, but is Eugenia here? You love to be an otter, you see? So accurate musical horoscope. Have you ever dreamed that you wake up and you're actually floating on the ocean? That's the memory that you haven't been fully wiped away. Eugenia, are you here? This is a very cool one, though. Eugenia is not here. Then we skip this first. I want to say something. So back to what Phil has. I want to give a bit small, like a bit more of something. This is a good technique to do 1/4. Well, not a technique. It's just a very common classical sound. So you have 1 and 4, but then keep the bass, which is what I suggested earlier. So if you have, you know, it all fits because 1 and 4 are friends. What I mean friend is when you're in a major key, the only thing 1, 2, 3, 4 in major key. The only other chords on the major key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only other major key in this 7 chord is the 4th. So if you have a major 1, then you definitely also have a major 4. So 4 is like a good partner. It's like the second character in the movie, always there before you, like your buddy. And the same with minor. In your minor, the only other friend you have in the minor 7th chord is the 4th as well. You know? So 4th is very, very supporting. So if we're doing F and B flat on F, F and B flat on F, then this 2 is already, you know, a lot, and then you can go develop from here. You can also, and you can continue with your hand if you're a piano player. If you're trying to find harmony on piano, then you can do. So you're like just doing from a triad to a B flat and then major 7. "100% accurate horoscope so far. Open business lah." All right. Okay, Eugenia is not here, but let me see. What do we have next? I think Eugenia's thing is very interesting as well. So hopefully we can come back later. All right. This is also a very cool one. This is from SandortheMandor. Is SandortheMandor here? I think he said he's not going to be here or something, right? But I'm going to just talk about it anyway, because I think it's very cool. Maybe I should also talk about Eugenia's. Okay, let me talk about this one first. Professor Yanting. Trying to call everyone's name. Is SandortheMandor here? Anyone see where SandortheMandor is? Okay, let's see what Sandor has. Oh, nice. Cool. Yay. So what he's doing here is very, very counterpoint kind of thing. So he create another line, because I didn't say you have to be chords, right? So just create another line, and that's also kind of harmonization. So he have this melody line there, and he also have another line that is solely independent. It goes like this. And they two works together, so that's good enough. I think there's a lot of more space that you can even create a third line. So that would be cooler. So let's hear again. And he meets there. So actually here, I really like this. So this is actually a triad on C sharp. Because it's like this. This is just a descending thing. Actually, this is probably, very likely, what he have in his mind. So it's... And then this is actually a very classical sound. And why do I say that? It's because if you see this, we have this. This to me is really A. You know, this. And also because the next one is you have a 1 and minor third, that is a D minor. So that's why the first one, the one before that, is definitely A dominant. And then we have from all these notes that he used. This is actually Jesus 7. Jesus. That's why it sounds very classical church-like. Because we have this chord. Jesus. You know? So. This is the... Like, we're trying to understand what exactly is he hearing in his head. Jesus. Hello, Kupo Gus. Do you play national music with stylization in different musical directions? National music? What does that mean? You mean like the national song? I mean, since we have too many I cannot speak English today. Since we have too many nations today, so our national music today is the Animal Crossing Island song. I think that's kind of the same idea, no? And by the way, welcome to the channel. Yeah, so. And then here. I like the ending. I think this 2 bars is not as interesting as the first 2 bars. Because the second line is just trying very fast to go back to F. It's like, I want to go home. But actually the third and fourth bar have the potential to do some detour, like similar to the first 2 bars. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, to me, because the E meets and then we end very fast, so it's not so much colorful as the first one. But I really like the first 2 bar. Yeah, nice. So SandortheMandor, if you watch this afterward, this is it. I think it's a good job you did. And I would say, no matter you want your horoscope result or not, I still want to say, I think you're very good at multitasking. You have a very good time management skill. Yeah, good job. For example, the Brazilian choro with stylization and different music direction. What about, you mean the choro as the stylization for a song, or what do you mean? All right. Anyone who has question for SandortheMandor? Let's see what we have next. All right. What do we have here? What is this? So, I would say Sandor was a classy penguin. Wait, did we miss telling anyone? Did we misassign an animal to all the submitter applicants? I apologize in advance. Oh, we didn't say what Carla is. What Carla. Okay, let's see what Carla, I think you're a very easy loved kind of sweet, easygoing animal. Yeah. And because things are very transparent, you know, so I think I would say you're a kind of doggy. Anyone who senses a stronger shape of what Carla was? I got orderly accordionist. Capybara! Oh, capybara are the cutest animal. Okay, yeah. You can also... You prefer dog? If it's me, I would prefer capybara. I love them. So Josmomo, no, I think we need a soul animal for you. So is this one yours? Yes, this one is from Josmomo. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Duke, for the bits. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this. Nice. Oh, and thank you, Kupo Gas, for following. Thank you so much. Welcome. Cute and really chill and lovable. Yes, I really want to meet one in front of me someday in my life. Okay, but we don't have we haven't sensed any animal for Josmomo yet. So let's hear it. It sounds very organized and decent. I'm sorry if we keep repeating these terms. What are some organized and decent animal? I'll leave a few links in the Discord. Yes, please do, because I'm still not so sure if I get what you mean. But what I understand is like you mean to have a song but then do different style, right? Sparrow? Is sparrow organized and decent? Horses! Horsey! Okay, Josmomo, you can pick one. Feel free to pick one as your soul animal. I think horse makes more sense than sparrow. Are sparrow known to be organized and decent? If you're more like a crow. Okay, then crow it is. Don't they organize and pick up stuff? And keep everything clean, eh? And don't waste stuff. Makes a lot of sense. All right, let's come back to this magnificent thing from fonserbc. Okay, I will try my best to play it. Okay, the only thing I like is the last chord. Let's do it again. This is from fonserbc. fonserbc. Funnily enough, in Vienna, there are a lot of buskers that wear horse mask and play accordion. Are they you, Josmomo? Did you travel to Vienna recently? So much black. Yeah, he liked to paint things black. All right, so this thing, I have many things to say, but I also think this is a very interesting case we're dealing with right now. First thing is, I still have to think. Yeah, okay, so let's go from backward, because I really like the last chord. I think it's brilliant. This is B flat sus 13, what we have here. It looks complicated, but actually it is B flat sus with 13. And another thing I want to say is, we need to think back to what is the definition of harmonization. So, it's in a double digit. I mean, that actually sounds like an orchestra. We played it. Really? Did they go to Vienna recently? But who? I don't remember who wear horse masks. Do they wear horse masks? Horse heads and banjos. 13 is just a fancy number for 6. Yes, exactly. But then you put it in the top. Usually don't play in the lower together. If you put it together here, you would just call it B flat 6. But then if you put it in a higher extension for some reason, for example, when you have dominant 7. When you have a dominant 7 means here, then it's a bit awkward to put 6 here, you know? So then you need a 6 up here. Then this 6 will call 13 instead of 6. All right. So let's think about what does harmonization means. Harmonization means that we have a melody line, I think. That's what I understand, the harmonization definition, is that you have a melody and you want to have some other color to support this melody line. But then here, it's hard at some point to tell which notes are the melody line anymore. So it's hard, like we don't know anymore what is the melody line because it's hide sometimes in the second note, sometimes in the third note, and then it's hard to distinguish. So this one, for example, I would definitely understand it as da 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 be, which is very cool, but then it's a redo of the composition now. Hey, thank you for following Duag or Duage. How do I say that? Welcome, anyway. Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing some harmonization. So, fonserbc, I want you to tell me, what are you thinking? What is your idea behind this? Hey, thank you for following. Welcome, Salty Sea Lion. Hey, we already know what is your previous animal, your soul animal is. Today we're talking about music theory, harmonization, personality test, and horoscope. All at once. I'm trying to understand everyone's previous life, judging from what they write on this harmony. I was just trying to mirror the movement of the melody using A as middle. I see. I see, because you have the A there all the time, right? So. I see, and then there's the A continuing. So there's one guy in this choir singing always da 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 da. That's actually cool. This guy got the most interesting part ever compared to others. Now I see. So if you think from this idea behind this design, I get what you're doing. Not really think much. That's all right. I like the first bar. Poor guy. Every viola in the orchestra. Always playing not the main melody. All right, so I'm still trying to understand what are the interesting behind these 4 bars. So back to what we have earlier. Who do we have earlier? No, it was Sefi. So we're talking about serialist, right? This kind of mirror thing or symmetric kind of thing, you only see music notes as numbers and as patterns. This is something very, very close to the idea of serialism in music composing. So these are very, very cool techniques and tools if you're composing something, and if you're trying to do some more exploration on experimental music, and also when you're trying to do arrangement. But for harmonization, this is a bit outside of harmonization range, in my opinion, because back to what I said, like we need to be able to tell which one is the melody, because we cannot tell. I think if we need to really make a band play this, then what we do with the instrumentation is very important, because we need a very, very obvious instrument to play this, right? So we can tell who is the melody line. But then that also makes your idea, which is to have this A go all the time, then it also kind of cut down the effect of having this A all the time. Yeah. So yeah. I kind of try to play the melody louder. Yes, I understand. But usually we still need a very distinguishable instrument to do that. So yeah, instrumentation can help solve this problem too. This one is obviously an F7. So this actually gives some change. The first 4 notes are just F with an F7, F major 7, but it's still. But then we have an F7, which is cool. So actually, if you're trying to find what is the bones behind, this is an F7. He writes D sharp, but actually this is an E flat in the world of F7. And then I need to understand a bit more. We're back to F7 again. So this will be D7 and G minor 7, because it makes more sense. This is what you actually probably are thinking in your subconscious. And then here's a bit more fantasy. Actually have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what these are. I put some submission in Discord. I want to know my animal, if that's still doable. Okay, cool. I love this. Thank you for your submission. We'll definitely check that out. Isn't it answering your username? Yeah. That's it. That's what you currently are for now. I see. It's okay. But I can understand what you're trying to do after you explained to have an A as a center, and then you mirror that. I like different kind of experiments, so this is very cool. And just to say again, for the parts that I understand, it was actually the first bar, F, and then F7, and then so you can also this G minor 7, you can actually go to this, the guy who sing this no can go to B at some point. And then we go back to F again. Sorry. But it's also very cool, right? Like you have most of the time not making people understand, not letting people understand what is happening, but then you end up in a very, very cool scenery. It's like you're climbing a very difficult mountain for a long time, and you're like, oh, what is this? Why am I here? Life is weird. But then you come up to this mountaintop. Suddenly we have a lot of voice. So it also gives very good effect because what we need in arrangement most of the time are
chair,
Thank you, Duke, for the 300 bits. I think he just said chair, right? That was a sudden speech. Thank you so much. Yay. Cheers. So, what do we have? Okay, for me, very, very important thing about arrangement is to have certain tension and a certain release. So to me, this is like building, it sounds like the more you listen to it, it sounds like you're building this tension all the time. Especially here. And then you release in the last part. So it's also a very, very good effect. This is more on the arranging side, in my opinion. I didn't mean for saying anything. But the text-to-speech really want to say something for you. Existential Animal Crossing, climbing mountains. Why am I here? Yeah, so this is fonserbc. Oh, I know what I can try to do right now. So I can try to put all your notes under, because usually the melody line we put it on the top note. So let's try to put all your notes under, like beneath the melody. What will happen? So I need some time to think. It actually doesn't sound bad at all. You know, because then we actually still hear things, and this is a kind of method. You put things mirrored in a way, and then you put the melody down. So we still create a kind of block chord for our barbershop choir to sing it. So let's hear it again. Need some time. Voila! That's also very, very nice. I like that. Hey, Soup Can, how are you doing? What are you saying? 236 IQ piano day to day. What does that mean? All right, so this is the submission from fonserbc. I think you're someone who really likes to push the boundary. And you like to explore the impossibles. Yet you're a very rational person. You don't let these, audio waves affect your decision. You really want it to be the way you want it. Yeah, cool. So what animal is that? I think your previous life is who likes to push the boundaries? I think you're definitely a kind of sea animals. These very interesting animals under the deep ocean that create things that we still don't understand. Nowadays, cats. Cats like to push things down the shelves. Does that count as push the boundaries? A kind of jellyfish? Back to jellyfish. I think I was kangaroo, but I like to think I was a polar bear. So that must be it. I think you're a cat that believe you're a jellyfish. All right, Ziggy. Okay, we're going crazier and crazier. We have this from coffeeapple. Coffeeapple, you're still around? So, what do you have here? Sorry, let's do it again. I'm very slow. Took me a while to think. Okay, once more. Okay. I also like the last one very much. Similar sound to what fonserbc had earlier as the ending, because they are both sus chord. All right, coffeeapple, amazing stuff, jazzy. I would suggest you, because you have some notation on the left which is much easier for me to read, but then the last part they can also move, some of the notes can move down. But these are just for notation kind of thing. Okay, so let's hear it again. I really like this start. And actually, the original melody is, but you push the boundaries. This get me a bit confused. Because, so on the D flat 7 sus 4, you write D flat sus 7, but what you have is actually D flat minor 7. So maybe one of the notes are by accident, because you have the minor third, but you don't have fourth. All notes have more than 5 letters in it. Yes. Sounds very sus. Yes, it's kind of sus all the way. Was that a secret challenge? Yes, these are the secret achievement that coffeeapple have achieved. I don't think it's always helpful to complicate harmony. It's not always helpful, but it's fun, right? I mean, listen to Jacob Collier. All the notes has a bit more than 7, 8, 9 notes. Oh, I got rated. Oh, hello, Amelia. How are you doing? Thank you for rating. Yo, you're here just in time. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, everyone. We speak English good. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Nice. These are some scary chords. You're here just in the time of the secret achievement. I misplaced the notes. Okay, so the third is not there. Hello, hello there. Familia Fry, welcome. Welcome, everyone. How are you, Amelia? How was your stream? Since you're here, after this one from coffeeapple, we're going back to yours right after this. I'm glad I waited. Nice. So for those who are like, huh, what are you doing here? Today, we're so usually. Sorry. Let me clear my mind. My name is Yenting Lo, and you can call me Yenting. I'm originally from Taiwan, but I'm now in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And usually I stream 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And Tuesday, Thursday, usually I do song requests, I sing some jazz, I sing some of my originals, and also some pop covers. But every Sunday, I try to do something a bit special. So this Sunday, we are doing now our second round of harmonization. So today, I have this melody. Let's check. I'm going to show you what we have. This is the melody I give to everyone in my Discord server. As you can probably know already, this is from Animal Crossing. So I find it a very, very harmless and friendly melody line. And I think it's kind of fun for everyone to try to put some harmony or chords on it. And today we're just analyzing and compare everyone's answer. There's a very, very good amount of variety to this melody line. And I love that. It's very cool. So today we're doing a little bit more music theory thing, but also some musical horoscope. Judging by everyone's answer, we can tell the personality of this person, and we can also kind of understand what animal are they in their previous life. So yeah, we're digging into our soul, the deep of our soul. That's what we do today. And we have come to this submission from coffeeapple. Very cool idea. We have come to this submission. We just started now with the one from coffeeapple. It's very, very cool. So let's hear it again. What you have here. Love this. Okay. Love this. So you say you have sus, but just misplaced notes, right? So ra la 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 la. All right, very cool. I really like this, but instead of writing it alt, I actually would just call it F7 flat 13 flat 10 with A on the bass. And the same with the next one. D7 flat 13 and flat 10 with the F sharp on the bass. So, so you have alt sus. I think it sounds complicated, but actually there's a coherence in it, and I really like that. It's mainly sus chord, and from time to time you have the alternative extension to it. It sounds beautiful indeed. The chords above the second last bar is like the Da Vinci Code. It's some kind of ritual chant. Hidden message. Definitely. It's hard to analyze this person. So this will be the opposite from Carla's answer. Carla is someone easy to understand, never hide her emotion, and yeah, transparent. Yet here, coffeeapple. You have something hidden and very mysterious, but waiting for people to discover the inside. Okay, I really love this. I think this is nice. I like this parallel going. But then, I think this is very, very bright, no? A bit too bright to me. Because I really like this. Da-da, like here, this part is Platypus. I love platypus. I have platypus in my account name for most of my life, actually. The chords are telling you where to find hidden fruits, shells, and fossils. Exactly. Oh, that would be such an advanced game to play. I want some tension there, and that's where I landed. I can see that. But I really like this. You know, this is very... Who has this sound? Is it Star Wars? Some of the theme songs have this song, have this vibe. So this is the triad, and I really love this. I think you should keep this until the next note. So if it's me, I would instead of this on the right hand, I would do just this. So it's the same, but instead of being here, it's here. So then you, sorry, wrong note. Sorry, again. Because I really like the relationship between this, and this, you know? And then this in jazz, we call it the upper structure. So even though they are very complicated alternative chords, but the upper structure are actually only D flat, triad, B flat triad, and G triad. So it's like this is a diminished thing. So it's very symmetric for those who love codes. Hey, thank you for following Familia Fry. Yay! Thank you for the support. Yeah, I really love this. Do you like that? I love it. Sharpify upper structure with the melody at top. I can't just play around to get what to resolve to E7 sus4. So you have the E7 sus4 first, and then you decide what you have before. It's very Keith Jarrett. You have a Keith Jarrett vote. Because I loved platypus when I was in my early teens. Like I did a platypus report, and then since then I had platypus in my account name for a long time, but not anymore. You like that? I don't know why the redemption of the Sega startup sound. Yeah, this really reminds me of something, but I don't remember. Some soundtrack used this as very, very as a strong theme. One sci-fi thing. So yeah, if it's me going from what you have on this and this, I would definitely continue with this. And then I would not repeat I would try not to repeat the note. So if I play this, then I would just only have the E, A, and D down here. So I like that. But I also love what you have. So but to me, it's a bit like giving up what you have earlier. Small pity. So let's start again from the beginning. What you have is, I really like this. It's very, very cool. Like you keep the F. We actually talked about it earlier, but this is like an advanced level of keeping the F as the bass with the fourth. So let's see what we have here. Here is sus chord all the way till the end. Beautiful. Because I'm so biased because I love sus chord. So it's a parallel thing. I think it works very well because the melody also is so it goes up. So hey, doko, yeah. But you actually didn't use parallel, sorry. I thought it's going up, but you actually have da 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 da. the bass will be What if we continue going? And then we have... So if we parallel everything... I love the sus chord. Oh, Sephi! In the C, the melody is at 4, so not strictly. In the C, the melody... yeah. Well, you're going down as well. At the beginning, I thought you're going up, like together. So if we go parallel everyone along with the melody, how it will sound like, just for a comparison. So it will be like this. It also sounds good. And then we continue up. So if we have if I'm a musician playing in your band, I would automatically, because I see the B7 sus, D flat sus, and then the E flat sus there. To me, I would automatically thought the bass probably is. So like, and then you continue, which is also cool. Hey, Serene Turtle, how are you? Really sus, exactly. Yes, I already went through what Sephi's has, but we have a conclusion that his previous life is a reptile, so D instead of C sounds good too. Yes, I agree. I also like this development, so I want to ask you, since you have it designed all the way, why do you suddenly decide to put C sus 7 there? Did you put like each voice into consideration so you have this conclusion, or how does it work for you? Hydrate. All right. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Okay. But anyway, in general, I really love this. Good job, Coffee Apple. And for the last chord, voicing-wise, for the last chord, I would suggest to move the 4 up to the top. Since you understand more, I think I can say a bit more small detail from my own opinion. Because the 4 being in such a low place is alright, but usually we want the voice from low to top, bigger interval, and then smaller and smaller and smaller. So then we can leave a bigger interval. Then on the right hand, it can be more together. I will move this one up. I did think D7 sus there, but I wanted a bit of asymmetric before the big release next bar. Makes sense. Okay, it's good to have a reason So you're going different direction from fonserbc. He want everything strictly symmetric, and then you want something that is a bit organic. That's cool. Okay, I like that. Amazing. According to your answer, I think you're a sophisticated person. And I think probably recently you're facing a big change of your life. Are you? Such sophisticated soul. Your previous life is definitely bee bees. I don't know bees that well. It could be. That's why coffee bee. No, sorry. It was bad. It's so good. I want to play one last time. It still take me a long time. Oh, sorry, I didn't play this. Yay! Thank you for this input. Amazing. Okay, the chat has decided your previous life seemed to be a bee. So, yeah. A sophisticated bee. Cool. All right. And Amelia is here. Let's check Amelia's answer. Otherwise, there's some insects flying around me. Where is that? So, is it this one? Oh, no, this one's from Phil. Which one is Amelia's one? The one D minor. Oh, thank you so much, Duke. That's too nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for a cheer. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I reached the goal. Oh, I just realized that. Thank you so much for helping me reaching the weekly goal again. Oh my God. 10 emotes shared. Amazing. Woohoo. All right, this is my happy reaction. So nice. I just wanted to feel the goal before I left. Oh, that's so nice. You're amazing and underappreciated here. That's too sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, I would like to guess what is your soul animal. You're a generous animal, definitely. Even though I don't have, my profession is musical horoscope, so I don't really have material to say what animal would that be, but but you're definitely a very warm and very generous soul in your previous life and your current life. Thank you so much, dog. Sephi's always just like slap an animal, like sparrow, cat. Warm and generous. Yeah. Doggies are nice. All right, we have now Amelia's submission. Amelia, you're still here, right? Okay, let's hear it. Yep, okay. Once more. Cool. Gotta go. I'll catch you next time. All right. Have a great day to you too. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Duke. Have a nice day. All right. What does Amelia want for this melody? If we only hear the chords. I like that you're breaking the frame. Also another one pushing boundaries. We have to push the boundary ally now. So the pushing boundary ally, I think this is very cool because you're seeing only the melody, but you're not restricted by the bar line. And then you just stop there, and then until the second beat of the second bar. And then you even continue with this horn. Very cool. So that's the good thing about it. So another thing is, why do you start with D? It's very, very interesting because you're the only one so far who start with D. If you start with D and combine it with the melody, that makes it a D7. So you could just write D7 because then the chord is more coherent with the next one because they're both 4 voices. This is good, descending. I would continue descending it. I'm just saying my opinion, but you don't have to take it, okay? So I will continue descending. C6 works very fine, so B flat 6 also works very fine. So, but to me that is a bit smoother than going from here and also having too much blank in between. Yeah, that is how it sounds like adding the B flat 6. And then here you have another blank, which is fine. Means that you're continuing with the G7, right? This is also a bit unexpected, but nothing wrong with it. The unexpected part is the B flat 6 makes sense for the F, C, but for the E, it will be a sharp 11. And then you also have the 6, so that sounds like another chord. But it's also okay. So if we have a B flat 6 here, similar to what I would do before with the first bar, going from C7 and descending down to C6, descending down to B flat 6. So again. And then since you like 6 so much, let's continue with the 6 as well. B flat 6. You can totally use C6 here as well. And then you have this D flat, you write C sharp chord. If you combine with the melody, that makes it C sharp major 7, or I would call in this case D flat major 7, which is cool. It's very, very fresh. But also, in a very common technique of singing ending, when you're making ending, you want some detour because you end actually in C, right? Kind of. Even though you raise it a bit in the end. This is very nice. But also, if your go is C, then you can actually go with the C sharp major 7 first. So, because to me this is smoother, because to go from here, than here. It's different effect. So take it or leave it. Like because then you can even go on. You raise it to loop back to the D. I see. So let's try that. I think it's a smart way to continue with this la la la. But then it's a bit not easy to understand that it's a good observation that C6, C sharp, C sharp, and D, they all share the C, but still C in a C triad and C in a D flat triad and a C and a D7, they all sound very different. And to me, this is a little bit not easy to expect what is happening afterward from la 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 la. So I think from here they're all very nice. From the second chorus, sorry, I add the B flat myself. Da 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 da. But what would be a better? Let me think. To me, the reason I think the D starts a bit unexpected is because in general, you're the only one who didn't write it in F, because you actually see it as a D minor, which is very, very cool case because you're the only D minor case for today among all the answers. To your chord progression, everything is surrounded by this minor sound. You can even come back to D minor. To me, this is very, very back to D minor. You have this minor sound all the way. So that's why I think the first chord, if you want to find something else, it can be a chord inside a D minor, not necessarily this D major triad. How do you think? Even though I also like it with the chords only, like the chords only, it sounds good. But then it has this kind of very epic entrance. I like the weird major to minor. It sounds like someone setting off an uncertain journey. Okay, that's cool. Let's keep it. Then you can actually consider doing the same thing, no? In the second bar. Actually, the more I hear it, the more it makes sense. I would need strong, thick bass for your harmonization. adding for me, it's very natural to add the B flat after. So I always cannot help me continue with that. Repetition how do I say that word? Legitimizes. Yeah, I agree. The same with like any kind of. That's why sometimes it's funny for this kind of lo-fi music and beat makers. You know, like they don't need to continue developing. They just have to loop it, and then it sounds good. But I like this. You're the most epic entrance one among all today. Nice. Sorry. Nice. Cool. Yeah. I think it's very special. So I think you're someone who also like to play within a frame, but then try to explore to the limit. And I think you have a very good sense of justice. You're a very good friend. You speak for your friend. Wolf. I think Sefi, if you check Sefi's text today, you look like an animal generator, like just generate an animal out according to what you hear. I like the B flat. Okay, then that's the. So much fun. It's nice to hear someone else play it. Nice. Okay, Wolf it is. Thank you for your input. This is amazing. All right, I think so. Khangaroo, are you still around? Khangaroo said that he submitted one just now. Where's that? Oh, it's actually in handwriting. Okay. This is probably, yeah, don't worry, I can do this. Okay, give me 1 minute to put it on the layer. Alrighty, what is this? A minor. Oh, thank you so much for cheering. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you for your submission and also thank you for the cheer. And the raid. Oh, thank you so much. All right, let's see if it works. It should be added here already. No. Let me do once more. La 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 ya la 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 la. Why is Khangaroo's image not showing here? Let me do once more. Oh, so huge. But does it show? Oh, here. There it is. We got it. We got it. Okay. No, I think it's just like I need to add the folder once more, but now we have it. Okay. This is the live submission from Khangaroo. Let's see. Okay, so he actually started with D minor as well. So we have more than one starting with D minor. That's A minor, right? Is that correct? Okay, once more. No, wait, sorry. Is that B diminished or B major 7? It should be diminished, right? I'm not close to my music program editor. Hope it's legible. Yes, A7? Okay. The teacher that makes you look forward to homework? I hope so. That's a very good compliment. Yeah. Yes. All right. Wait, let me think back to what is happening. So I understand the logic of the chord progression. And then this B diminished and this C minor 7. B full diminish. Cool. So you actually ended with, it started as a D minor. In the world of D minor, we have 1, 5, and 1. But in the end, you resolve it, the whole story in A minor. So it's only on the D, right? This diminished chord, because usually diminished chord has a very big guiding function, but this one doesn't guide very, very much. What about if it's a half diminished? So then it also work with the E7. And it also works with the melody. You can even join from the A, I think it makes a lot of sense, no? Do you agree? So we still start with C minor 7, but then we do this minor 2-5, which is B half diminished, E7, and then A minor 7. But because I don't see a very strong reason why using B diminish. Also, because we just finished singing natural A, and then you have this A flat right away. What do you think? Sorry, I never get the timing. Okay, minor 251. Sounds like a compromise. Okay, minor 251. So now I like the last 2 bars. The first 2 bars is all in the world of D minor 7, which is cool. To me, this melody going with this C minor 7 is has this pop vibe. That's a flat 13 and the A7. And then we have a 9 here, so it's a bit more color here. I like that. So I didn't play it fully earlier, sorry. Let's do it again. Don't you think? This suddenly a release here. Can put a last minute submission? Sure, why not? I think everyone loved this musical horoscope, right? You want to know about your previous life. I understand that. So, Khangaroo, you. Khangaroo. I think you are someone who is very, very cool on the outside. And sometimes it's a bit hard for people to approach you from the beginning, but that's fine because you got style. But then in the end, when people get to know you, they realize you're actually a very understanding person. Look at this ending. Alrighty. I don't know if it's any close to real Khangaroo. Hey Joe, you also like to submit? Sure, this chord is there. Next time do the submission earlier, huh? Yes, if you have it ready, put it on Discord under the music question channel. Okay, next time, how early should I announce this? Because this time I do like a 1 week. Is that too tight? Should I do it much earlier? So everyone have enough time. I'm very, very glad that there's more and more submission today. So what animal was Khangaroo? I don't know if that's me. I'm still trying to think what is the best animal for that. because here is like a very big turn, you know? Really unexpected that you're like, huh? Aha! Is that how you are? You know, this is my reaction. A Godzilla. Yeah, I kind of agree with the Godzilla. You know, something that looks a bit like, but then they're actually very gentle and very kind. Or a bear. Or a bear. A gazelle. Regard majestic but timid. It just came by the stream and it seems fun, so I put a harmonization. Yeah, in 15 minutes. Wow, you see, we don't need much time for this homework. Well, now I know how to put the image on the overlay much easier. So, sure thing. And is it already there? Oh, it is. If you can, what would be easier is that if you can make a screenshot and already like cut it for me, similar to the previous, like the earlier submission, that would be much more easier because then I don't have to do it here, like the cut, like the, you know. So yeah, for those who still haven't given a try but want to get more tools of how this harmonization works, I can probably give you a bit more tips for those who actually want to try it someday but still haven't started. Seffi, I'm talking about you. And yeah, so I'm going to give you some other small tips, some very simple shortcut to make legit harmonizations. I was only looking at the announcements section on Discord, so I didn't catch news about it until later. Oh no, because I was looking earlier in the week. Okay, so next time I will tag everyone to make sure that everyone see it. But thank you for telling me that. I'm still pretty happy that you was an otter. Yay, I love otter. No pressure, Seffi. But I just feel like, so, because this melody is very, very in the chords, in the key. So what you can do, quick review before I edit, who want to edit? Joe, right? Yeah. So I totally did harmonization in my head with 20 chords and each of them 10 letters long. You mean you're writing? So, back to it. What we said earlier, just very fast thing. You can do the most simple thing using 1, 4, and 5. You can also be. Since we're doing this very classical 1, 4, 5 kind of thing, you can always end your dominant chord with a sus. And then a dominant. Yeah, or we do the very Broadway kind of 1, 6, 2, 5. Or we play with the coherent bass. Or Amelia says sus power. So yes, of course, we all need sus in our life from time to time. So, how to play with sus? There's something in jazz that happen a lot, which is to play the paddle. Paddle means to have a bass there all the time, and it's very commonly used in a certain section or as intro in jazz. And if we're in the key of F, we're looking for a dominant, which is C. So we can have a very long C dominant, and then imagine it's an intro, right? And then we're like trying to get warmed up until we first go to the 1. Da, da, da. So usually they will use like the 5 of the key. And why do I say this is sus? Because when you're playing paddle, you have your right hand playing an upper structure that create different kind of sound, and usually that is actually sus chord. How would it sound like? It would be like so actually my right hand is only playing the triad of F, G minor, and A minor, and B flat, and my left hand is all playing this C for a long time. Okay, or I can do this. In the end, I'm playing E diminished triad on the right hand, but C, and that actually makes it C dominant, so it can even go back to F. So if we're playing many times, sorry. Then this you can play, you know, you have this melody on loop, but then you have all kind of combination already. Yeah, that's a small tip for today. So what do we have now? I cut the images of the new submission. Cool, let's see. This one is from who? Sealion. All right, this one is from Joe. You have to wait for me a bit because I need to do this overlay again. No, yes, it doesn't shows up. Properties. Properties. All right. I hope we have it. No. Why? Ah, here. No, yes. Here we have one. And here. Okay. This one is from who? This one is from Sea Lion? I think so, right? Sus chord, is it a chord that sounds great or a chord that doesn't belong and should be ejected? Sus chord sounds big and open. Exactly. That's a very legit answer. Harmon, hey Eugenia! I've been streaming so long and I even waited for you. So cool that you're here. So later we can come to yours. Alright, so this one is from Salty Sea Lion. Okay. This is why I have to write it down in front of me so I can see. Okay, I hope my eyes works. It's a B flat, sorry. Nice, cool. It's very straightforward. It's very nice. So you started also the same, which you can call it a B flat on F, or you can also call it. Yeah, I will call it B flat on F. B flat major 7 on F. And this is a E flat major 7, but actually you're just going down. To have this in F, this E flat major 7 in F is called flat 7. And it's something that is very, very handy because in pop music you also use the flat 7, flat 6, and the flat 3. Very, very common. So if we have a F major 7, or the flat 3. These are very, very nice major 7 to use. So we have this the right way in our second beat. So this is the flat 7 major chord in F, in the world of F. And also we have also 9 to it, so that's very handy. Handy, I mean handy, I means bright. And then we have a D minor. That's also fine because that's the 6 to F. And then we have the normal dominant. This we have a A flat major 7, which is the flat 3 major 7 that I just said earlier. I also a big fan of all these, in F. I'm also a big fan of flat 7, flat 6, and flat 3. So I see that Sea Lion also love these chords. Amazing, handy chords. So let's do it again. The first bar. And so. Let's talk about the last chord first. Which is a C minor with a lot of, because minor you can put all the 2, 4, and 6, just so you know. I like to call it just a minor 11. And this is the minor 11 sound, which is cool. So let's do it again. I like this ending for the first bar, for first 2 beats of this bar. This one, I'm not so sure. I would go for this. Go back to your routine from the beginning that you have this, Because to me, the color is more coherent if you go the same path. because otherwise it's too much changing all the time. But it's very parallel, so it's nothing wrong with it. Actually, this is good. So this one is okay. This one, I would go for this. So have the E flat major again in the middle. But I think this is also good. This is a very, this melody have all kind of potential. Yeah. It's also cool because here we have a A minor 11 and then we have a minor 11 again. Cool, nice. I love that. From this harmonization, I think you are someone who is no, sorry. Yeah. I feel I'm running out of answers. I think you are someone. I think you are. Let me hear again. Oh, I would add a D. So I have a sharp 11. I think you like to discover very unique and stylish kind of design, and you know, you're very follow up with indie makers. You like things that are very different from mainstream. You try to get away from mainstream. Quokka. What is that? Quokka? It's an animal. What is quokka? You make me so curious. Quokka. Oh, there, I know them. 袋熊, 对不对? They're so cute. I didn't know they're called quokka. But funny thing is, I'm actually also thinking about koala. You know, things in animals in Australia. So I think we sense similar things. That's, you know, I think of koala before I understand what quokkas are. That's adorable. They're so cute. They're super cute. Are they the one who poo cubic poos? Or that is, oh no, that is wombat, right? That's the wombat, yeah. That's actually scarily accurate when I barely even thought about what chords I wanted to use. Quokkas came up with formula to solve cubic equation. Amazing. Nice. I love this last minute submissions. So cool. Nice. Okay, let's check. If you're happy with quokkas, you are the quokka then. The previous life of the sea lion is a quokka. Okay, and Joe also did this last minute submission. Let's try this. Oh, wow. Both of you love E flat major 7. It's so funny because then no one used this until these are the last minute chord. Let's call this the last minute chord. Once more. Sorry. cool. Nice. I love to end on flat 6. Let's hear it again. So actually the first two are the same chords, just changing bass. Sorry. The third bar and the fourth bar sounds like something I do a lot as well. So I like it. Very biased. I love the descending thing. I love this ascending line, yet very unexpected. It's like you're walking on the straight path, but then you have this like. To me, this is very coherent because I can imagine 4 singers singing together and everyone have a comfortable line to go together. So one is singing and one is singing and one is you know, if there's 4 people really sing this together, it works very well. So I love this. This is very nice. Okay, let's check the first 2 bars. The first one is a bit ambiguous. It's just a bit unexpected. The melody and the chords, like, they don't feel like they're one body. Until here. But it's not illegal either, because in the minor chord, even though to me it's more E flat major from the beginning, that means you have this 6 and you also have the sharp 11. What about we start with D minor? And then what about we do D minor, E flat major 7, G minor. We move the G minor here, and then F major 7. So because then it's 2 in pair, like I might do something like this. I don't know how you feel. It also works because, again, no notes actually conflict or whatever. So if we do, let's hear it again. So if we do D minor, E flat major 7, G minor, F major 7. So we have a minor and a major 7, and a minor and a major 7, and they're all in pair, like stairs, kind of. And then the third 4 bar, I will keep it exactly how you write it. I love this. It's very cool. Nice. Okay. I think this is because everything is kind of bright, but also has, there's a reason of all the brightness, This minor, all the minors in between really brings up the color for all the major 7. So I think you are someone who really like to prepare surprises. And you're someone who like to take care of details. But it's more for the surprises. If that's not the truth, then that means probably recently you need to start thinking about preparing some surprises for people around you. I see the shape of surprises on these 4 bars. Porcupine. Ascending half step, pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I think this is brilliant. Probably you didn't think much because you just do it last minute, but this is very, very brilliant. These build up for this epic climax of opening whatever the surprise is. Not inaccurate. Porcupine. Oh, Sephi, you're kind of throwing a lot of very cute animals images in my head. Aw. Would it be porcupines? Are porcupines someone who like to... I don't know if you have seen this documentary about a kind of fish that they prepare this very geometric, is that the right word? For, they do some paintings on the sand to try to find mates. It reminds me of that, but I have no clue. What are they called? Anyway, some very considerate and fun fish. It sounds so boring after I say it. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's not a very common fish, but I remember I watched this documentary about this fish. They actually make this super accurate, symmetric shapes, and they make it very big. They're so tiny fish, but they make this super big sand painting, and for other same kind of fish to find it. And if they appreciate this paint, then they will mate. Yeah. They draw something on the sand. Yes. Finally, someone know what I'm talking about. Yes, that's the thing. All right. So actually, since Eugenia is here, we actually have one more. So, where is that? This one. This one is from Eugenia. Eugenia, you're around. Okay, you're doing very similar thing with SandortheMandor. So let me show you what SandortheMandor have. SandortheMandor have this. Not similar, but you both have 2 voice kind of individual line. So he has this. All right. And then, Eugenia, you have this. This is yours. Let's hear it again. Nice. Actually, really, I think it's very, very cute. And it's you because you're doing something very how do you say? It's like singing, right? So different from what SandortheMandor does. He did more counterpoint kind of thing. And in your case, there's more of a line that you find a friend or your sister to sing together. And then what I find interesting is that sometimes you have third intervals like this. You have third in between the two notes. And sometimes you have fourth. All of a sudden. It feels like a style change. And then suddenly you have a fifth. There's nothing wrong with it. And also because you didn't define any actual key on it. So that makes this even like an open how do you call it? Sandbox to play, because you're just like having these two notes. But to me, the interesting thing is that I feel the style, because the two first notes, to me, I thought you will go a bit more third all the time. You know, if it's third all the time, then we have an obvious direction that this is in the key of F. This will be all third. Then we know like, okay, we're in F. But instead, you didn't do that. You're trying to do everything in white keys. So then it's a bit hard to guess like, what is that? Because you also put this B in it. So then you're telling people that actually we're not in F. I didn't say anything about F. Stop imagining F. That's just like the attitude you have here. Sorry. So I think this is very interesting, that there's different kind of element in whatever you're thinking. Literally just played around with the keyboard on MuseScore. I get that, but still, from what you have here on these 4 bars, I can tell that you appreciate some modern Western culture, but you have this 4th. I think that means you have some Oriental blood in you. Which you cannot get away from. And you like to work with small groups of people. So accurate. Definitely. Please come back to this musical horoscope service every month. And you love to eat salmon. Oh my God, everything works kind of almost 100% accurate. I think I can start a business here. Salmon. Nice. All right. I think that's it. I love all these. I don't think I missed anyone's submission now. Thunder, Carla, Eugenia, Josmomo. Yeah, I think that's all. So fun. Today is really, really fun. I really like this. So, yeah, do you think it's good that I do this every month? Hello, Memory Lane. Good to see you. Did you harmonize this? What? Every Sunday is a bit too much. I think every Sunday people will lose their, interest. They'll be like, ah. So I think let's do every month at most. So then I tell you your monthly luck. Yeah. Musical horoscope. Oh yeah, we're finishing. But thank you for stopping by, Memory. Did you stream today? How was the stream if you streamed? Once a month sounds good, right? Okay, I will try to every Sunday we can get our degree faster. I will try to announce it a bit earlier. So I'll try to announce like 1 to 2 weeks before we are doing this. So if more people are interested and in case they're busy but they want to do it, then we solve this by announce it by earlier. Did you do an example of harmonizing over the melody? Well, I didn't really do my own, but I give some like common ones, like some simple tools like I mentioned earlier for those who want to know where to start. You know, how to find the keys and what are some simple turnarounds, some simple rhythm changes. Yeah. But also, again, you don't have to know all these in order to do your own harmonization. You can also just like most of you know, just playing around on piano, playing around on whatever instrument you're comfortable with, and just trying to combine notes. That's actually what harmonies are. They're just groups of notes. So yeah. Work, just got home after the dinner date. Oh, nice. Okay, once a month it is. Cool. Don't know how to sight read. Well, usually, so let me show you the melody I have for today. Usually I will give very, very simple melody. Even I try to do melody that I think it's a good idea to find melody that probably you have heard of, you know, like this kind of jingle sound or whatever. And this time we picked this Animal Crossing thing. Yeah, so this is the line, and then you can do whatever with it. And as you can see here, we have all kind of different kind of submission. There's also this kind of thing, crazy stuff, and this crazy stuff, and and also some people do counterpoint kind of result. Some people do duet singing kind of vibe. Yeah, so the limit is the sky. You can do whatever you. I really enjoy playing and, you know, checking up on you and and do the musical horoscope, so we know what is your previous life, what is your soul animal. Yeah. So I'm so glad. Thank you all for participating.